to do the things that I've done. Right. I want them to do better than me. So me being that person who shut down reunions, me being that person who made somebody on TV, I want people to understand, like, hey, Liddy did this, but after that, I felt bad. I didn't feel bad because I was mad. I felt bad because of how you guys looked at me. A lot of kids watch the network. I don't want them, as well as my daughter, looking at me like a monster.
Okay. And one last question. You said that if you ran into any difficulties, you would go ahead and call Tilo, refer to your son.
For fades.
Okay, so what if Mr. Belton is not available for you? Who and how would you go about that?
They don't get a fade until the check is signed.
Okay, so the check has to be cleared.
Yes, it does.
Okay, awesome. Can I go ahead and have you sit down? You look lovely.
Yes, thank you.
You did amazing.
Good job, Liddy. Landon is joining us next.
You look real spiffy today.
Thank you. You look wonderful as well.
So, what made you come in? You're going for what position?
Secretary of Affairs.
Secretary of Affairs, and you think that you're a better candidate than Naja Million, which is not here. Do anybody know why she's not?
I'm quite not sure because we've been promoting this for over a month. And she actually resides here in Atlanta, Georgia, so I'm not sure.
So you're basically saying she has no excuse not to be here?
Absolutely.
Okay, so do you feel like because she's not here that you should be able to take that, that position?
Even with her here, the position was already mine.
Oh, I like it. Now, what do you think you could bring to Nowthatstv and our subscribers? Because we need more.
I think I could bring diversity. I also think that I could bring better opportunities as far as for people such as myself who wanted to be on the network for a very long time, tried multiple times, and heard no. I most recently just hosted the miniseries auditions, and I saw a lot of great talent that weren't able to make it inside due to us not having enough contracts. I feel like next time that opportunity comes around, we should be more than prepared for more than enough people. So
you're basically saying now that TV is not organized and you'll come in trying to organize it, or what do you?
I don't think that we are unorganized. I think that we have room for growth.
Okay.
And preparation.
Okay.
Make sure you guys continue to comment and let us know who deserves the spots.
All right.
Thank you so much, Nina. This is the Nowthatstv politics, Nowthatstv elections, the people's choice. We have Jocelyn here running for president against Liddy. We have Big Liddy. We have Maul running for vice president against Cashy, and Landon for secretary of affairs against Naj, who is not here and unaccounted for. We have more questions from people in the audience. You can step up. Just state your name and who you have a question for.
Hey, y'all doing? I'm Pastor Woodbine.
Who?
Reporter Pastor Woodbine.
Okay.
Hey, so I have some questions.
Who do you have a question for? Okay.
Hey, baby.
Liddy's going to join us.
We at church, so let me grab
We in church. Could you cover up your bosom a little bit?
Ooh.
Just a little bit.
Sorry about that. Okay, go ahead.
So, I have a question for you. You ready?
I have an answer.
All right. So what are we going to do about this recycling these cast members? Because I feel like a lot of these cast members are kind of playing themselves out. So what are we going to do about getting new talent, getting new people, new faces?
So I hear that a lot, and actually supporters during this campaign, they have hit me up asking, saying Nowthatstv doesn't give opportunity to new cast members. But I feel like a lot of the people who aspire to be on Nowthatstv, they aspire to be on Nowthatstv from the internet. So if you're not coming out to auditions that were held, like the Making the Cast, if you're not, following or chasing the Nowthatstv bus and applying that pressure in person, I really don't have an answer for you. Now, as far as recycling the cast members, if you bring numbers to the network, I'm gonna put you on my show. Mm-hmm. So that recycling thing is not really valid unless you see the back end and what that person brings. So you can recycle one girl among 5 shows, but that one girl might have brought that show up, brought that show up, brought that show up. It's all about the numbers. So I would really have to see the numbers and see what the benefit of each cast member that's being recycled to even answer that. Because who am I to say, yeah, Tilo, take that girl off that show when she bringing him money? That's cutting the check,
I love that answer.
I love that answer.
Thank you. Any other questions?
No, thank you, Mom.
All right.
Thank you, Liddy. Maul is going to join us.
How you doing, King Maul?
What's up? How you doing?
So, I want to ask you a question about the food. We've all filmed before, and sometimes we be hungry. There's no way that I have 7 shots and 3 potato chips. So, therefore, how will we get more food for production and for cast members?
And Maul, please be honest, because we feed people very well. So.
Yeah, I was getting ready to be very honest. I feel like for those who don't eat, you didn't want to eat. I have been on plenty of shows with Nowthatstv, and I have been more than fed. There have been chefs there that has prepared food for lunch, dinner, and breakfast. And I feel like had you had missed that, you probably just missed that. That just wasn't your time. But being VP, I will make sure, to possibly come around and say, hey, to somebody like you, make sure you go get that food.
Oh, yes, wonderful.
And that's how I went ahead and do that.
I love that because I think I missed that plate that they had.
Oh.
I might have missed it.
Mm-hmm.
So you haven't eaten.
I did.
Is that why you're so small?
Yeah, that's probably why. Because I had to get my own food during the filming.
Oh, that's crazy because we
okay.
do have a chef on staff.
we have plenty of chefs.
And he cooks, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and there's snacks available too.
I actually think what had happened with your personal situation.
Come on.
With your personal situation, why you didn't possibly eat, I think you were gone way before the chef even arrived.
Oh,
Your stay wasn't.
I wasn't. The food was gone when I got there. It was none of the pots and pans.
Oh, okay, because I remember your stay being quite short.
No.
All right, but like I said, we're gonna make sure everybody eats because people does eat, and we're gonna make sure that we come around and say, hey, Yari, that plate out there, go get that spaghetti.
You should just get a veil with some to ding.
We're gonna do that.
Okay. Yes. Landon, please join us.
Popeyes? One girl got beat up over some Popeyes.
I would like to come on here as the nominee for Secretary of Affairs and speak on the hunger topic. I brought this Popeyes box to symbolize a vicious assault that I witnessed while working production on Young and Reckless.
Okay.
This should never happen. I don't think nobody should be in office that uses their insecurities and hunger to beat and attack and claw at beautiful women's faces.
Can you speak on who you're talking about?
Miss Naja Million with no millions.
So was that a 2-piece or a 3?
No, it was over some ghost pepper wings.
Ghost pepper.
And she beat and attacked this woman
That's
out of hunger. That's unacceptable. And when I become Secretary of Affairs, I will make sure nothing like that ever happens because it will never be a situation where anybody should be hungry and should feel like they should have to attack the next woman because they're hungry. So I would like to say justice for Mima, and I know you're out there watching this. Thank you.
Justice.
Okay.
Hashtag Popeye.
Justice for Nina.
Do you have any of... Does anybody else have questions over there? Y'all do? Okay. Hi, Ruby.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Who do you have a question for?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn, please join us.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
So my question is, it's always room for growth with Nowthatstv, right? And a lot more cast members come on the network, but we don't see them no more after they won shows. So how would you keep them lined up, cycle to not be like a one hitter?
Okay, how do you keep them relevant?
I want to start off by saying, certain people do not get recasted because they didn't have no star mentality.
Correct.
And they didn't have main characters' energy. So, with that being said, being recasted is all up to the person themselves.
Correct. So I did see some people that do have star quality and stuff like that. I just never seen them on another show. Maybe it's because it's a little biased and the OGs get more...
I don't necessarily think that. I just feel like, honestly... It all depends on your fans and your fan base and what you brought to the table when you was presented on the network.
Correct. Okay. Thank you, Maul.
Maul is now joining us.
Okay.
What's up, Ruby?
You was my host for Playboys.
It was.
You was a great host.
I appreciate it.
You is how we gonna keep stuff respectful, when you say losers and stuff like that. We need to be specific. You know what I'm saying? My vote for you, but I feel like we need to be specific and actually put names on the losers. and shit like that when we talking about certain
Right.
stuff, so people will know who it is. You know what I'm saying? So how we gonna like keep like be real with the shit?
How should I be real with people?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a very respectful guy, and you knowing me, I am very opinionated. I am an observer. Anytime I see anything, and I'm quick to tell it.
Yeah.
If I saw something that you did, and I would tell you that I didn't like that or how you handled it, and that's how I feel like me, because I'm a leader. I'm not a follower, and I speak up anytime I feel like it.
Right.
So and that's just how I feel like I'm going to operate. If I see something wrong, I'm going to speak on it. And keep it real. I always put a name on it.
Period. Okay.
Thank you, Ruby.
Thank you.
So right now, y'all, we will get into You're good? Okay. We're going to have some fans. 1 second, Coco. We're going to have some fans call in with their questions for the candidates. The number will appear on the screen. You guys can call in with your questions. You nervous?
No.
Okay. Do we still have Cashy with us, or? Okay, just making sure. Huh?